So, did a quick, I know we don't have anything up yet, but I did a quick Google on Collate app and, organizational templates. There's one called Collate Live, and that's like app efficiency, app hub kind of thing. So we all know what the word means, and we're trying to a better digest on what humanity understands about any one topic. First off, let me say it's good that we're doing them. It's good that we all have our mind, on this in one form or another, understanding the collect, furthering the understanding of humanity's version of everything and anything. What is it that we're trying to do here? And what can it lead to? So everybody's trying to get this app to be a specific niche, but that's not what this app's purpose is for. This app's purpose is for creating outputs from a variety of inputs. So it's simpler, but the way that output is created should be an integral version of the convergence of everybody's opinion energy into an output. So everybody's input provides energy for that output. So meaning it can have an effect on the reader, the output can. So there's a lot of, things that we'll Google in a different talk that we can postulate about the value of what we're creating here. But I don't want people to get too niche oriented just yet, because yes, this can be used in politics, and yes, this can be used for voting, and yes, this can be used for marketing, and yes, this can be used for self-realization and self-actualization. So we have to focus on creating a base from which multiple entities can grow and spin out and spin off. So we can talk about it further, as a group, and this is all up for vote. This is just my opinion, and keep that in mind. Okay, so assuming that we have a mechanism that can get a 100-word integral convergence output of any topic, and that output changes as more inputs come in, and the more people that give their input, the better off the entire ecosystem is. So we can see how this now becomes the opposite of a zero-sum game. It becomes a plus sum, because people are contributing their opinion, whether positive or negative, and it's, furthering the understanding of the whole. So that's important. So as long as the opinion is relative to the topic, then it should go in that whatever, we're using to collect the non-weighted opinion. And then the opinion of the president or, people more powerful than that is equal weight of someone in Nigeria that doesn't know anything about it. So keep that in mind. Do not Americanize this too much, people. Well, what can we do with some? So imagine that the app exists and we start to receive outputs that are valuable. So it's a completely crowdsourced solution in some cases, and a completely crowdsourced understanding in the rest. So, and then the space in between, or the delta, the change between the input and the output, provides an extreme area for innovation, growth, convergence, and creation. And I'm not just talking about businesses and monetization schemes. I'm talking about public goods and services, and I'm also talking about processes which can increase quality of life and standard of living and self-actualization. So I believe that this might be the mechanism which can begin a decoupling of what's known as limbic resonance. Look it up. From interaction with people, because we can decouple it and give it to the AI. People don't really realize that, and then put value on your opinion because it's more oriented with your own core value than it is the collective understanding. So then the individual that's participating in our platform can add to their own understanding by challenging themselves and their own core value. So being able to erode or change core value is difficult as it is in our society as it exists today. I don't think it'll be easier to erode or change core value with this, but I believe it's another mechanism to provide a way for changing core value. But ideology will for sure change with this. Let's just say we get some political outputs that are starting to say, okay, why are we doing this when we can do this? Why are we doing this when we can do this? Why are we doing this when we can do this? So a lot of that, and then a lot of the specific garden park project for this specific unit should be this specific expenditure with this specific amount of shrubs and bushes and whatnot. So it can get down to specifics, but that already exists in the form of participatory budgeting, around America and the world now. And that's popped up, proliferated here in the last 10 years, where it's existed for decades. So why do we see things like that? Well, it's about corruption and mismanagement of resources and administrative abuse. So these are things that we all know about, and it's like, oh, it's human error, and we got to allow for these things, and we're all human and whatnot. And okay, yeah, I agree, but then there's also a group of people now who are saying we have tools that can eliminate human error from certain processes, and we should pay more attention to those. And as we're entering into like the Internet of Things and sensor-driven economies, that again is another way of eliminating human error from not only supply chains but paperwork streams. So, and then you can extrapolate that into pretty much everything that exists in our socioeconomy. So let's start talking for real what we really want to do.